Coming to you from the new studios, meaning my bedroom. Not much there, but hey, I'm really liking it. Got new lighting, got new, somehow managed to fit everything into our master bedroom. Got a lot more privacy, better lighting, better everything. I've been editing like crazy. So many things have happened in the last week, but including me coming around to this list, I'll be on, just like last week, I'll be a little upfront. I don't like Basking Rootwalla and I don't like Kird Ape because so many things just get in the way of it, and I don't think, believe it or not, they're not fast enough as one drops, and they don't have evasion. It's been brought to my attention, obviously. Look at all the removal in this list: Lightning Axe, Lightning Bolt, and 4 Fiery Tempers. Probably be able to clear the way with some Savage Swipes too. We're just going to see how this goes. I'm playing this list as is. This is plus or minus 1 or 2 cards from a lot of lists out there that are doing okay. I know 1 or 2 got a 5-0, but I was in Pauper Classic Tuesdays. Let me rewind even further, guys, and thank you for joining me, Shiraz, Paladin19, and Little Fight. All right, happy to see all my regulars. So Sunday, I was like, all right, I'm gonna smash with Brute Squad, and I showed up, and very first round, I think it was Diego Brando, and of course one of the best players out there. Not what you want to see in the first round. I got the first game, and I'm like, all right, I got this. I'm feeling it, you know. Game 2, my phone lights up, and it's good news. I've got this really, if you remember, I watched the show for a long time. I've had a really good job offer. It's only for 5 weeks, but it's working from home, all these great things, and I'm going back and forth trying to get things. And I miss one activation of Tooth of Chiscoria, and I lost the game by 1. So yeah, it was I got a job for at least a month and a half, but the bad news was I crashed and burned pretty hard, and I was on tilt and kind of like all a nervous wreck after that. So not the best under pressure when it comes to that sort of thing. Anyway, then on Tuesday we go to Pauper Classic Tuesdays, bring Brute Squad. I'm doing great, and then I lose 2 in a row towards the very end, and one of them I lost to was a really pleasant person online, LordAkita. And so I just took his list as was because it got Brute Squad 2-0, and it wasn't through lack of trying. Anyway, so I'm just going to, just like last week, I'm going to play it as is. I'm not changing anything here. So anyway, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I've got my studio in our bedroom now, so I can just wake up, roll out of bed, and edit. So you saw a little bit different stuff to the top of the show. Anyway, enough chattering. All right, we've got 19 lands. I think there are 2, 4, 6, 7 mountains, 2 Gruul Turfs, 6 forests, I believe, yeah, and 4 evolving wilds. Probably turn these into ash barrens as a knee-jerk response, but like I said, we're playing this as is. We've got my favorite red card probably of all time in Faithless Looting. Yes, I like it even more than Lightning Bolt. 4 Kird Apes of the old Persuasion. I see how little I play this card. Look, the artwork doesn't match if we go real slow. Watch this. Promo. Does it? Oh, I guess I do have 4 promo. I must have looked into that. Anyway, we got 2 Lightning Axes as a Madness outlet. We've got 4 Lightning Bolts. The Basking Rootwalla, my least favorite card in the deck. I know, it's Madness. You got to shove it in there, just like you got to put Terminate in every Rakdos deck. You don't, but this is the first card I might want to lose, believe it or not. I just, the games that I had close against them, I could tell, like, you know, they were kind of stumbling on mana, and you block, and they have to spend their whole turn killing your little 2/2. And time walking themselves. So I'm not a fan of the Rootwalla. Never have been. And maybe if everybody was playing crazy amounts of control with edicts and stuff, definitely has a place there. It's hard to argue with 0, but man, I'm telling you, I don't like seeing it. We got 3 Savage Swipe, 4 Emissaries, 4 Mongrels. Love that card. 1 Throw Possibility, a little upgrade from the sorcery-based one. We got 4 Fiery Tempers, the old Mana Persuasion, 3 Arrogant Wurms, 2 Gathan Raiders, and 2 Mandrills. I really like the discipline here. 2, 2, and 3. I know a lot of people even shove all 4 of these in and then 4 of the other one in there. You could tell this one's been played. They're activating this a lot, and when they see this, they want to be able to do something with it. Nice little end of turn trick, especially with Thrill of Possibility as a surprise blocker. But my finger on the unsubscribe button. How come? All right, so then we go to the sideboard. 2 Electrickeries, Kris Mage. Very interesting. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's a nice discard outlet. I know Little Fight's messed around with this in the past. 3 Grudges. We got 2 Keldon Marauders when we're the aggro, which I think is pretty much all the time with this list. You might argue this might be a better call than Rootwalla in a list like this. I'm not sure. 2 Acid-Moss. I really like this too. It doubles his ramp. It doesn't go all in against Tron. It's just it wants to cause a little bit of a speed bump, which is what this deck needs. I love Tranquility. I really love this card. I think it's worth that extra mana to just wipe everything out against like Heroic and Hexproof. Do I even need to say that at this point, right? Everybody knows those things. And then we got 3 Feed the Clan because Burn can outrace you. So the mismatch monkeys, yeah, that's right. Were they mismatched? Let's see. I've got promo. All right, I think I got them. Yeah, I had the little gold one in there, and I thought that's what activated. So anyway, we got a new commercial to show you. My first day on the job was a big wait around and see day, and so I had nothing but time, and I started tinkering with something, and before I knew it, boom, I had it all set to go. All right, so we're just going to jump on in here to the tournament practice room, playing LordAkita's Gruul Madness deck. And we'll see what we can do here. Anyone can join. 2. I think I've got this all set right. Oh, there's our bouncy. Good times. And we'll be playing maybe not next week, but the week after we'll probably have another round of Pauperty. We've got so many submissions. It's been awesome. So I've been really enjoying seeing people's take on that. Yeah, this list really just ran me over. And then there was another one I wanted to go over by the Impatient Traveler. He had another one, and it was a 1-2 punch that I got knocked out with. It's funny. I know I placed higher than the guy that beat me here because I had pretty good tiebreakers, I guess. But anyway, I believe it was this match. Oh, never mind. We'll go over this list in just a minute. Let me open this up, and then I'll show you that other list. And if everybody dislikes this one, we'll go from there. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, our mana's right. We'll be able to do a lot of stuff on turn 2. We'll keep this. Can't really argue with this. Obviously, first turn, we're going to trip the wilds here, which in the same case would work with an Ash Baron. So we'll just play nice and slow here, kill this, get some screen real estate, and we're off to the races, as I'm fond of saying. So yeah, we had a couple votes on our prismatic paint idea, which is our new commercial. We've got the Simic Swirl as one of the colors. There's Boros Legion is one of the colors. We've got what was another one? Yeah, I better be careful. Talk right through my activation of wilds here. All right, down come the forest. Here we are. We've got some goods here. This is interesting. Not quite sure what the yeah, I guess we're going to power this dude out. And then we'll thrill the possibility using the Rootwalla. Zoop, discard a card. Okay, I take back what I said already, Rootwalla. I'm liking this. Oh, by the way, this is the very first time I'm playing this, so I'm trying to kind of attack these as a newcomer, just so people can kind of follow along if they like this kind of style. And that ain't so bad. We got 3, 3, and 3, feeling all right. We've got a discard outlet there. As long as we hit another mana, we'll be all right. Might be a little shy on mana. Who knows? We will find out through this experiment. Feeling almost that's one of the things I was noticing with Brute Squad, is this was playing kind of like a 1-for-1 and putting me kind of on my heels a few games. For those who would like to join our MTGO clan, oh yep, yeah, Little Fights online right now on MTGO if you're of the tribal persuasion and want to go that route. All right, I've got some goods here. I'm going to attack first. This is the scenario, though, where you can really stultify this deck. If you've got a critter out, block that, and it stops them for a turn. I mean, obviously, if they have this outlet, it's cool. Right now, we're not going to activate it. The threat's always there, you could argue. 3, 3 for 1. It's very hard to argue with it, but I am arguing with it. All right. This is feeling pretty deluxe. Maybe I'll play this Sunday. Who knows? But you see, one of the things I like to do, especially in this culture, especially here in the States, I don't know where it is, I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but I figure since the internet's everywhere, it's getting that cancel culture is getting everywhere. People are just so adverse and almost allergic to being wrong. And I've been pretty vocal about not liking Rootwalla and especially like Kird Ape, but we'll see, you know. And I'm, like I said last week, I'm very happy to be wrong. I don't know if it's, hopefully it's not a dying trait with the younger generation or whatnot. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm Gen X. All right. We've got delve on delve action. But all these little things came together this week. Editing wise, obviously, but just had a lot of fun with being in the new studio here. Even my backdrop fit perfectly. I didn't have to adjust anything, which is always a nightmare. I didn't have to wake up my oldest to kick him out of bed so that I could use my studio, which turned into his room when COVID hit. and all kinds of other little things. So, and it doesn't smell. That's very nice. Okay, so we're going to lose this, but I actually don't know if it's worth tripping the temper. I mean, our guy's going to die anyway. I think I'm going to leave this out in case he's got a critter that I can zap, and I'll just use Bolt. We'll save our fiery temper for later. Discard outlet is gone. Arrogant Wurm, that's a strange piece of art, isn't it? Terrifying, really. Ooh. All right, well, we can activate that. I can smash into that kind of recklessly. Boy, I hope so. I think it'll be easy to manipulate the crotchety and extra knee. All right, here we are. Let's get some more mana on board. All right, feeling a little stuck in the mud here. We're going to attack. Pow! We can activate and shoot. That doesn't feel too bad. Might not even be worth activating here. What you got, sucker? If there's no block here, we come in for like 8 right now. Get them on their heels real quick. That imp might come out, and then we'll have a extra target for that. But okay, so this happens. All right, well, it's kind of an obvious throughput here. We'll go like this, make sure damage happens first, and then we'll pay off the delve shenanigans. I'm sorry, Mr. Rootwalla, you cute little lizard. You're the first creature to hit. Look at that. What do I know? Apparently not much. Ah. Hopefully you guys like the top of the show. Dude chilling out in his super desk. Used a little video trickery to make him a Pauperganda fan. That's how I roll. All right. So yeah, and then I experimented. I had a 4-1 league on a day I was getting paid on the clock, but I was sitting around waiting, and I went 4-1 with Brute Squad. But I added an Oblivion Ring, lost both journeys, and added 1 plains. And it was all right. I used them as tracers, if you remember that in some of our first videos, and didn't really come up. I wasn't flooded. I wasn't screwed anymore. When the extra land was there, I had it marked. Didn't make much of a difference, and so I was feeling a little weird on that. Didn't quite. What's the word? It didn't hit. Here we go. All right. We really want this. Oh man, this is frustrating. Obviously, we're going to discard. This is a clunk here. We need that land. We really need that land. Well, we're going to discard this. 5/5's nice in this. I'll do this. Say okay on this. Say no to the madness on that. Man, this is frustrating. I can't really do anything here. I don't think we even use this here. I think we just morph Raiders and pass the turn. I mean, we could do 3 and then pass the turn and not have a very lucrative next turn. I'd much rather have be the aggro next turn. So I'm just going to let all of this stuff fizzle. Yeah, we're just going to fizzle. I know it looks funky, but I think the tempo play here is worth it. And we're going to cast this face down. We're a little slowing up on mana here, but that's all right. In my Rakdos Madness deck, says Little Fight, I've been working on. I found it recently difficult to balance discard outlets with Madness cards. Seems like you're too often sitting on one or two of the other. Yeah, that's what I do like about the mix-up of Hooting Mandrills and some Arrogant Wurms in there and such. And even in this scenario, I like it because we're now if we draw a forest, we're gonna feel like we're in good business here. But I'm gonna let that through. They're getting really stuck on mana too. They really probably want to drop that imp. We'll see if they've got the land to do it. Oh, and gosh, for the first time in almost my recorded history, I mean, it's been like I was in college when I last weighed this. I texted Little Fight the other day. I was 179. This morning I was 178. If you're keeping track, that's 31 pounds I've lost. Very, very, very slowly over about 3 months now on this quest. If you follow Pauperganda, I really recommend that new map. It's pretty awesome. All right, well, we've got this and that. We can hellbend this. That'll hit for harder. Let's see, discard a card, and it only gets that boost if it's the other way around, but it's still worth it for the other thing. So let's attack. Now I'm about 8 pounds from my optimal goal, so that's pretty cool. My quest is almost complete. All right, let's discard this. Morph this, discard this. We'll rock like that. Go like this. The old Odyssey block. Ah, I miss it. The way this is feeling, maybe we should have the red worm in here. If you like this build, though, I would lean on the Arrogant Wurm because it is green. So many people have access to COP red and such that I think it's probably the better and the original worm to go with, even though they're identical, both madness. For the color cost is about the same. All right, so we come in crashing for 4, and we'll just leave this back. Never know. We might have some tricks up our sleeve. We'll definitely want to get rid of that. Hopefully we can drop a forest and just hard cast a worm and be done with it. This way we've got a little bit of edict food and our good creatures are hanging out here. We're happy to trade. What's everybody been brewing out there? How's everything going? Let me know if you're like my outside window to the world. Chime in the chat. Let me know. You live in Brazil, Italy, Madagascar. Who knows? How's it going? How's the COVID thing? Is it over? Is it, you know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Jadefire. Yeah, but Reckless is weak to Pyroblast and Blue Blast. Yep, those are kind of my points too, my friend. That's why I think you should lean on green. I think we're arguing the same point there. Not arguing. Ooh, Ghastly Demise. Old school. Boy, Odyssey is just in full effect today. We've got Dredge on Dredge. I'm not quite sure what this deck does with the graveyard shenanigans. I think it's a whole lot of nothing. We will see. Man, we got some fatty on fatty action. I think we're just going to let this through. Yep. Everything we've got kind of kills what he's got. And if he lets us through, we can really represent some nasty life totals here. Well, we've got Faithless Looting in the yard, but I'm not even going to mess around. We're going to go get our forest straight away. And, you know, that's another place, Ash Barrens. I'm going to make a note of this. That's an Ash update big time. Let's see, Ash update. Yeah, that would have been key there. If we even bolted at the end of the turn knowing that we do have Ash Barrens, we could have just hard cast the worm there, and this would have been a 5/5. A lot of little benefits here and there. All right, let's attack with everything. We can take 9. We're not going against burn. They are. Here we go. What you got, sucker? Woo! We're playing against an orangutan. I was about to say Kird Ape, but different species. What do we got here? What do we got? I like this play. I don't even need to pump that, really. Let's see, we do 7. They're at 4. Oh, this puts them at 1. That's some good times. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess we're just going to let that through. Smash, boom. Yeah, we'll kill the dude. Keep the real estate open. Hey, maybe they'll have Cry of Contrition or something, and we'll be able to bring out the worm. Come on, discard. Woo! Good times. Jungle Hollow of the newer artwork. Pretty nice looking. Good times. Oh, and then, yeah, just 3 days ago, one of my buddies that lives on the Isle of Man had another, like, gig offered to me. And that one, not nearly as deluxe, but very grateful for it. A lot of just quick work. Dead card. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, and it might turn into a kind of a pseudo permalance sort of thing where I just do a little bit every week and get kind of a nice little paycheck out of that. So hopefully that goes through. I would really ideally like to have like 3 or 4 of those, and with the speed I can edit with, just sit back and not have a commute and that sort of thing, especially when the world gets back to normal. But for right now, like many of you, I'm happy to have anything and very grateful that my wife has such a good career too. All right, well, it is time to smash, baby. He knows what we've got. There's, yeah, we've just got the game here, I think. No, we don't. Nope. We've got a attack here, though. Booyah. Don't forget Faithless in your yard. Yep. I'd much rather have the Mongrel, though. Man, Mongrel is one of those cards, man. I'm telling you, is, if it was spoiled now, people would just be like, oh my God, it'd be like there'd be 8 articles on every site about it. It's so good. Whenever you're up against swamps, always cast our Call Black on this move here. We get them to 1. We've got 2 blockers. They don't have trample. We do. Feeling pretty good. Long commute to the Isle of Man, LOL. Yeah. You are saying it. It's funny the culture difference too, like what they focus on with their ad campaigns. It's all I can say is it's for it's a gambling site, but so it's game related. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going up against Graveyard, Delve, that sort of thing. I don't think any of this stuff's really going to help us. However, they did seem really hurting on mana, so Acid-Moss might be considered there. I don't think we bring in anything here, really. Got to Feed the Clan. 10 life. Might be relevant. Savage Swipe, if I was going to take anything out. This it doesn't seem like there's too much to fight there, but I guess outside of the Mongrel and that does seem, you know, at first you think like, that's such a good card, why don't you have, and it's like, well, yeah, it's the, and it does say if its power is 2. Okay, so again, see, I'm learning as we go, and wrong number 2, so that's 12 creatures, because Kird Ape 90% of the time is going to be a 2. Doesn't matter that it's a 2/3, it's a 2. I swear if I gave this list an hour of looking around, I might be able to find an alternate to either Kird Ape or Rootwalla or both. Who knows? Y'all know how I roll. I'm really liking Gathan Raiders. It's like I know it's an old card. I've been killed by it hundreds of times in my days, but we're just going to go like this and see what happens. That's true, J-Fire. I just would rather not be sitting on it when we have so much other burn, and it all kills him too. But I appreciate the mention there. Let me get this set up right. Yuck. We're going to mulligan this. Open up our yard here and see what we've got. Pretty steady mana. We'll keep this. This is a long ways off, so we'll go like that and say done. I got to admit, I'm kind of liking the flavor here. I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise. I'm such an aggro player at heart. Aggro combo is probably one of my favorite types, but speaking of which, there was some no-holds-barred Pauper invite that I was invited to. Gosh, I should have had that written down. Hopefully something comes of it. It was about 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard much since, so I could EOT this, but since I'm streaming and mistakes happen, I'm just going to do it now. Love the Raiders. Not such a big fan of Fiery Temper. Yeah, I think so far Ash Barrens just seems clearly favored here. I mean, you can't even really argue the Delve mechanic because it goes in the yard majority of the time, and when it doesn't, it's crucial. Swipe. Alrighty, here we are. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? We've got looting. We've got this. It's pretty obvious what we do here. We try to be aggro. Burning-Tree Emissary coming out with her unmatched beauty. Alright. We've got green and we got red. Let's keep it simple and avoid the scred. Sorry, I'm just trying to rhyme at this point. Feeling good. Here we are. If you're a UFC fan, there's a fight on Plus tonight. It's actually almost main card worthy. I'm always a big fan of Robbie Lawler. It's kind of nice to see. Pretty good stacked, in quotes, free event. I mean, you got to have Plus or whatever it is, but good times. What do we got? I was hoping our opponent was going to hiccup on mana again there, but Vessel's pretty damn good. I don't know what more you want for 1 green. I've been messing around with what is it? I think I showed it about 5 weeks ago or so. The not Rally Gone, but Presence of Gone deck, where you just completely just go all in with that plan and bodyguards and standard bears to protect it. But still about probably 12 cards away from being optimal. Have you heard about the Tyson return fight? Oh yeah. Telling you, man, Roy Jones is no slouch. I mean, people outside of boxing might not know him, but that dude's for real. We don't have any reason to discard there. It's so good to have Mongrel there. It's the obvious choice, but our opponents definitely had their coffee and knows better than to smash into a Mongrel. Probably anticipating a Rootwalla zipping out, but we know better. Man, always I see why there's a little bit more leaning towards red in this list, that's for sure. Bring this out. I'm going to hold on looting. I'm going to go get another red for some pretty obvious reasons. We've got temper. I think at this point I'm just going to smash in and we're just going to cast the Kird Ape. I'm sorry, Mr. Ape. I know I'm hard on you. Got those beady little red eyes. I think a lot's being made out about you know, Tyson, that little video and stuff, and Tyson is just he's a glass cannon that way, especially in his older age. You know, I mean, you hit anybody at this stage, he's going to put you out. But and Roy Jones, and that guy was in his prime. He broke so many rules too because he was just so crazy naturally talented. I mean, I saw him one time, forget who he was fighting, but he threw a triple left hook, and each one had more heat on it than the other one. And I mean, it happened faster than you can like go rat-a-tat-tat. It was just, and each one had just venom behind it, and it was like, damn, guys, just next level. I would never. If it goes real fast, obviously, I think Vegas is probably on the same page. It's Tyson all the way, but this is showing to be pretty decent here with the ability to smash into stuff that's 5 or higher and not really care about stuff. Let's just smash first and ask questions later. See what happens. If you ever want people to block in this kind of strategies, from my experience, you hesitate. And they think like, if you smash right in, a lot of times people just auto not block. I want a big shout out to my wife, who may or may not be watching, but she saw me the other day on Tuesday. My right click on my mouse has been broken, not broken, but really hindered forever. And she was just like, God, what are you doing? And I was like, well, you got to really lean into this. And so she got me a new mouse. It's one of those things. Grateful for having a wife for a lot of reasons, but that's one of them too, where you're just like, if I was like some single guy, I would never be like 3 more years and I'd have all this arthritis built up because of that. It would just be crazy. All right, we got this and this. We'll go like this. I kind of like our hand here. I think it might be. Man, I'm not sure if it's worth tripping the loot. What's the scenario here? We don't really have a discard outlet other than what am I trying to say here? The Basking Rootwalla. I think it might be better to just sit on this. Have we played a land? Let's see. Game log, where are you? We turn 4. We have not played a land. All right, let's loot. We can throw the other loot out. We'll see what happens. Cool. We'll discard this, and I kind of want to keep this. All right, Rootwalla and Kird Ape. I'm starting to get my apologies ready. So there's an official Princess Bride sleeves, including Brute Squad and paper. Oh, nice. Dual germ clue tokens. MTM Tat with the knowledge. Very cool. I forget who it was. It might have been you, MTM Tat, but speak up if you're there in the chat. But I have started reading The Princess Bride, about 40 pages in, and I agree. Very well written. The version I've got is like this super deluxe thing, and I swear to God, the first 40 pages, not the ones that I've read, but it was just they had like a anniversary like little section, and then they had and now we're talking about this section, and now we're gonna so-and-so the 30th year anniversary section, and then it was like the author's note, and it was like, good grief. I mean, I was 10 millimeters into the book before it started, and then there's all these interruptions by this. I was like, I guess it's hard to find S. Morgenstern's official version. You can get it's a beautiful book, but man, gotta skip all the italicized crap. Here we go. The tangents he goes into are hilarious, says Paladin19. Very nice. Yeah, I like all the parentheses use. It's feeling very Pratchett-esque, so I'm sure Shirazamon and I will really like it. Whereas Pratchett always has the footnotes. Okay, well that's dead no matter what. Do we have something for our bolt? We do not. I'm just gonna zap him. Pow! Go all aggro here. Keep him on a real quick clock. Cool. Look at this. Well, Discard a card. Oh yeah, we don't have to pay 3. What was I thinking? I was thinking the other one here. Discard costs. Wait, we can't discard a card, you idiot. What am I thinking? 2, 3. Let me loot here. Oh, we hit for 5. Target creature, not player. Darn it! We have to discard a card. Well, let's go get a card. Hiya! Come on, give me a forest. Don't really need that too much. Might need this as a blocker next turn, but I'm not a big fan of seeing this here. We'll go like, you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of the worm. I'm going to imply that we've got some burn. If we come at him, I'm only going to hit him for 3 this turn. That's 5. I'm not going to have a discard outlet, really. We'll keep the worm. It's hard to get rid of the worm here. Attack. Here we are. Yeah, new keyboard and mouse combo. This is kind of feeling pretty regal over here. It does feel like it can win a lot of these races. I know that's what I felt on Brute Squad, where I was like, damn it, I'm supposed to be the aggro, and I caught myself having to, you know, sit back and block too often, so that was a little frustrating. Dredge. Golgari. It's a win. Maybe another win. We'll see. Diabolic Edict. Dang it. Alright, well, Rootwalla. 3rd apology in a row. You're serving a good cause, my friend. That's right. You're afraid of the bolt. Afraid of the ape. The gorilla gonna get you. Yeah, I think we just sit back here. Yeah, let's play this. Maybe he's just got another edict and he's only on 1 swamp. I think we slow roll here. Don't really want to lose that yet. Same board state happens next turn. We can crash in, get him to 3, and then trip the looting, hoping for a fiery temper or lightning bolt. But lightning axe, I get it, you know. In theory against anglers, which it didn't quite feel tempo-wise here, but against Tron and such, I think that's pretty good. Believe it or not, in a deck like this, I think Swirling Sandstorm's a nice surprise for Tron. Everything that you care about, the walls, the elephant, everything. We'll let the other guy have its time in the leaves and the sunlight. That's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. We go to 10. Now, by the way, the Telic Notes and the Princess Bride are part of the story. It's an antidote to the story. Oh, okay. I swore I was just getting to this point where I was like, I was reading all of them, and then the last couple I was just like, can I just stick? But, all right. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Well, shoot. I want to get some burn going here. Let's draw into some. We'll discard this and this. We'll cast this with Madness. Now, 2's better than that. 3's better than that. We're going to block here. Go like that. Kill the imp and attack. Imp just comes back. Say we hang out. Let's sit on the bolt. We can do that anytime. Anybody know, all the Princess Bride talk in the chat, how old was S. Morgenstern? Because it's part of me that's just, it felt too current, some of the references, to be like some old classic, and so that's why I thought the author was just chiming in, and I was a little sleepy too. I've been giving discard such headaches with Brute Squad. It's just, obviously you get hellbent so fast, it's just like, what? You know, you're just like, so what? I let this through. And just like the last two Duresses, last game in this game, where it's just like, yep, there you go. Telling you, if you like this card, you better make it creature based, and it better not be dependent on well, on that, because all right, we're gonna probably lose this one. Come on in. He's probably got some removal trick here. Block one, kill the other. That was the worst attack in Grimag history. There it is. Boom. Yeah, I got that part, Paladin, but that's not obviously S. Morgan Stern, right? Like I said, I was pretty sleepy. I just remember thinking like, dang it, I just want to focus on this. All right, we're dead. I don't know why I'm going through the motions here if we don't have another outlet. So we've only got 8 minutes. I've been talking too much. So mark that down as a win-loss. Here comes game 3. What do we like? What don't we like? A lot of graveyard. Not quite sure if it'd be worth having answers for it. I don't think so. Picking on land will only feed the angler, and I don't think we want to go that route. Keldon Marauders. You know what? I think I'm going to bring in these. I'm going to lose a worm. And what else? Worms and the green mana seems to be hiccuping a little bit, so maybe a swipe. Let's try that. We'll go really aggro. I'm going to bring in both of our Keldon Marauders. And here we go. Rootwalla's growing on me, especially against swamps. I want to keep those in. We saw quite a few edicts, and that was game 2, so it suggests that they don't have all that much targeted removal. They probably have very bad games against hexproof, and so they're kind of stuck having that as part of their game plan. My theory, anyway. I would say, looking at the board, yeah, I mean, just lean on the aggro there. Keldon Marauders. It is fascinating. This is the last bastion of new land, is Gruul. It still hasn't been figured out. I've tried like crazy. Somebody's going to do it. Just like Stompy, when people said you couldn't play mono green aggro, that was only like back in 2006 or 7. It was like I was getting laughed at trying to brew. I'm sure Little Fight remembers that. Just it was like there was actual people, you know, that was the thing. And same with like when Tribe was being championed by Green Prinny, and we went back and forth, and I'm like, I think you need 4 gushes. And I'm not sitting here trying to, you know, pat myself on the back, but I'm just like, you know, you've got to have that free mind thinking where you're not worried about what the group chat or whatever. Oh, you're not supposed to this, not supposed to that. It's shut up, just play what works. So I think that kind of thinking needs to get steered towards this. You know, I've got my RG tempo list, and that always seems to crash burn, but on paper it looks really strong, and somebody's going to come up with something. Boy, that Wild sure likes us. We're always getting that. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to lead off with this. If you're ever casting the Rootwalla, it's usually probably a bad play. Our mana's been really nice. I think the ratio is pretty accurate. Might be able to squeeze in 1 more mana. I could probably go up to even 21 lands in this, being that we've got Faithless Looting, and you don't always have a beautiful target in a Fiery Temper and such, or Rootwalla, but all right, let's smash some more. Let's do a bunch of this stuff. Woo! How good does this feel? Go like this, and then we'll lead right into this probably. Yeah, let's do that. This way, if he's got an edict, we've got a nice answer. Yeah, it's a pretty scary turn 2. You got to hand it to the deck. It feels a lot like a green-red brute squad where, you know, it's just the person's just getting set up. Their mana's just getting, and it's like, wham! You're in the low teens or maybe even in single digits. Love smashing base for that. Oops. All right, first little punt of the game. You know, you could argue either way. We probably should have had that. But you know what? It's probably better since we weren't going to pump it. It's going to result in 1 damage anyway, so that wasn't a punt. Never mind. Go like this. We'll discard here for free. Oops. Why did I hit no? All right, now that was a punt. I'll blame it on the new mouse. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we've got this, that, and that. I think we're just going to bring out another Mongrel with this hand. Man, that feels like... That was a terrible play. Not going to dwell on it. I'm going to keep moving. Got to learn to just click so much lighter with this mouse. Not that I was pointing in completely the wrong direction there, but man, when I right click, I just got such a muscle memory thing. I used to just lay into it with that. Today's punt count? Yeah, you got me. You got me. We're going to make them pay for that 1 activation a turn trick. Smash in, activate, boom, you still take 2, and your stuff's dead. All right, we really need some mana here, but we're just going to attack. Look at this. I'm going to gently right-click. Oh, that's so nice. I put like an ounce of pressure on the mouse. I'm telling you, it's weird. Come on, block sucker. Yeah, mana needs some work. Needs some more mana. We will be happy to trade here. Are we trading? Are we playing the trading game? If not, we'll do this. Discarding this. We're going to play real slow. Yield. Let's read the card. Let's move this down here. Go like this and say this. Pay this. We'll keep our creature alive. And hit for 1 less. Calling black. Always against swamps. Booyah. Whambo. There we are. This is kind of how I felt in one of the games. Just getting kind of stable, and you just have to block. So I think it's safe to say, even 1 game in, I was wrong. And like I said at the top of the show, I like being wrong. I look at this, and I'm just like, everything blocks it. You got to pump it. You got to do this. You got to do that. Yeah. Seems to be enough burn and get out of the way sort of spells that I'm liking it so far. All right. Well, we're just going to crash on in here. Man, they gained so much life. That was 8. Woo-wee. All right. Discard here. Yes, I want to cast it with Madness. We'll say black. Now, do we go all in with that? I think we just want to get our dude out. I'm going to save the Fiery Temper there. We'll just smash here. Bam. Volume's what's going to save us in this game. Right, little Kird Ape? It's weird calling a Kird Ape little. It's just like pull your arms off strength. Five cards into their deliver play. Dead weight. Super good against Mongrel. That's obviously what they're pulling here, but 1-for-1 answers, just like against Brute Squad, are not going to do much against us, as we're stuck at 2 mana, and it doesn't really hurt us too much here. Woo! All right, now we're feeling our... Now we're strutting. I'll do this, discarding this, doing this, playing this. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-bum. Calling black always. Coming in for a very honest amount of damage. Wham! Could have scared him with the temper, but this play outside of a gigantic wrath effect, which they don't really have the colors for. Actually, they could drop us a mountain source and swirling sandstorm us. Then we'd be in trouble. But it looks like we're going to pull this one off. Woohoo! All right. Well, sorry that game took so long. We'll see when. We're just going to host another match. I'm really liking this. I didn't know how this was going to roll. Obviously, I'm not a Viscera seer, but this is the other deck I wanted to show you guys while we're waiting for our next opponent to show up. This one beat me. It's got a very neat switcheroo plan. We've got, you see the Aqueduct. Oh, more on that later. All right, here we go. Off to Gruul, round 2. Ugh. Discard, discard, discard. We're mulliganing in this. Need some more land. That's the big takeaway here. We need land. I'm going to mulligan this. Mulligan. All right, we got land. We'll keep Get rid of, not sure what we're up against. We've got a lot of targets. This is our only removal. This pays for itself. We'll get rid of a forest and this. Done. We are on the go here. We'll play this out. Boop. Yeah, I don't know if it did good in the challenge. I know there was a Dark Fae. That's not what that is. It's uses a Wind Zendikon and Freed from the Real. And then when you go to game 2 and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to bring in this, this, and this against this combo deck, then it just switches its plan up. Well, this will be interesting. I give Slivers a big advantage in this game. Their stuff's going to get Lord size really quick. So I've got to be ultra aggro all the time. Let's do this. I want to encourage the block here, so I'm going to cast my creatures first. Anything that's going to suggest the other. A card might be good in this is Rites of Initiation. Of course, you can't really generate too many cards, and we're going to be hellbent a lot of time, but nice discard outlet, and we have so many creatures at once. At least worth trying one or two. Nice little surprise value card. Or maybe in the side against like Tron, where you just, they let you in for that one turn and you're like, bleh! Look that up in the dictionary. I think it starts with a Y. Bleh! Oh, with the Evoker. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice little switcheroo. Way, way, way back in the, about the days we're looking at, meaning the discard days of the Odyssey block back in like the, 2002-ish. I know I made a compulsion deck that was a lot of fun, and it was creatureless, and it used Urza's Rage as the kill card, and then games 2 or 3, depending on how gleeful I was feeling, I would bring in a Flame Tongue Kavu package, and they would side out all the removal, and smashing in with 4 gets pretty burly early. All right, here we go. Oh, we're liking this. I think I'm going to lean more on... I'll bring out this. Attack with everything. If we're going to win, it's got to be fast. It's got to be really fast. Damn, I wish I had a discard. We're just going to make him think maybe he can walk into an Arrogant Wurm here. Merchant of the Veil, very good call. Yep. Yeah, I'll write that down. That's so good. That's right. That's one of those, like, couple builds into it, you're like, damn it, how did I miss that? Veil. Just a good blocker too. All right, we're getting out of range here real quick, but Kird Ape showing its oats there, man. Yeah, Neonate might almost act like a sort of a brute squad element, huh? We get poisoned 3 times. Well, this game will go pretty fast, I would think, unless we turn into like the Fog Wars. Hey, Nimchimsky in the house. Just joined the stream. Had all parties involved. Eating dinner in front of Compy. Nice. Oh, the usual suspects. All right. Well, I think it might be worth holding off on that. I wouldn't think they're going to block with a Lord. Now, if they have another Lord that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 5. 3, 6, 9, 12, we could still survive. Let's attack. Wantonly aggressive. Wham! We can still block 1. What are they going to do? Really? Ah. All right. You called our bluff. It worked. Let's keep our dudes out. Signifying we've got red removal. Of course, a bit of a bluff. Why wouldn't we have used it if we had access to a Fiery Temper? But it's just a little bit more correct. Yeah, Virulent Silver. It's funny how many times I've played Infect and lost to Slivers by poison damage. It's such a slap in the face. They kill the one thing or journey it, and you're like, all right, I just need a few more. Oh, no, I'm getting poisoned. And you're like, come on, what kind of cruel fate is this? Woo-wee. All right. Well, now I really want that lightning axe. Let's see how aggressive they're feeling. Well, I have a bold prediction. This game will be over in 2 more turns. Oh, yeah, Tenant. Oh, you're the first person I know, Nimchimsky, and I usually love his stuff. Tell me more. Should I let that through? Too much thinking and not enough heart. Interesting. That's such a... 2020 keeps delivering the news. I woke up this morning and saw that actor from Black Panther died. It's like, God, the guy looked like he was in his 20s. I guess he was 42. The main character in Black Panther. I had no idea. I just kept his illness a secret. That was a trip. Hey, boy, talk about good timing here. Man, if Savage Swipe was a instant, that would be pretty sweet. We're dead next turn. I don't think we can do much here. Obviously going to want to lean on Mongrel to be our saving grace. I'll hit for 3. You know what? Choose a creature I control. And it fights another creature. Oh, it's going to kill regardless. That's creature I don't control. I like the art on Sinu better, so I'll go after the other sliver. Pow! Smash-a-roni! We've got 2 lightning bolts with 1 card in hand. How's it possible, they ask. But of course a cool trip nonetheless. Very nice. Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with him sometimes. Let's see, if he blocks, we got us, and that's 6-8. He has to block. Do we just go all in here and make them think that we've got... What do you guys vote here? Be quick about it. Do we attack with everything? The longer we wait, the more I think they're just going to come back at us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've got a block. 1, 2, if we've got that. I think we rock like this. Come on. Try to stay awake for, or alive, awake for a lightning bolt here. My wife says he won't put out here because he doesn't want to be seen on VOD. Oh, interesting. Well, do we spoil the surprise and say that we don't have it? That's 2, 4, 6, 8 coming our way. We can block 2 of it. Is it worth the damage? That would be a 6, 7 we can get him to. I mean, I'd rather keep this as a surprise. We're going to hold back. Make him think we've got... I mean, if we had any sort of thing, though, it's going to work anyway. But maybe he thinks we got a Rootwalla. Who knows? Might buy us a turn here. Boy, Savage Swipe doing some work. I love the discipline in this build of playing only 3 of those. If LordAkita's in the house, haul her up. That'd be cool. That might be a good inclusion in this list. Of course, we've got the red instance and stuff, so it's a little bit better, but who knows. Flanking. Yikes. Well, our guy's going to die no matter what here, so. Stop playing creatures. No. I love the Kird Ape, says Kaczynski. Well, they're growing on me now. I'm got such tunnel vision with evasion in most builds, especially in Pauper competitive lists, that just look at that and the Rootwalla. I'm like, I want to see even more burn in this just to clear the way to make way for that. But, you know, you got to count Savage Swipe as burn, so there's quite a bit. So, like I said, it's nice to be wrong. 2, 4, 6 coming through. Well, why don't we just let it through? Yeah. There's not double poison out, right? Come on over. Ain't afraid of no Celestia Mage. I'll do this. We'll do this. Probably should have done this earlier. Save on the time a little bit. Paladin, where are you at again? Geographically speaking. God, it'd be so cool to go to a movie. Get to like that. It's so crazy here in LA. Well, I can take something out with the Mongrel, but the problem is we're dead next turn. I guess we just have to go all out here. interesting. Okay. Any blocks we just concede, which is going to happen. I mean, they're at 2. There's no way they're going to let 2 through. Boom, boom, boom. Good blocks, too. All right, off the game. That's what I thought would happen. Slivers. Another thing that, believe it or not, Swirling Sandstorm, I would put 2 in the sideboard. I know it's a ground game, and matchups like that, they never see it coming, and it's up to you when you play it. It's one of those cards. People are, oh my god, shut up. If a game like that happens and you're up against it, it's a nice little saving grace, and then boom, you're back in the game. You don't have to play it. You can sit on it. You can discard it to the Mongrel. A lot of cool tricks. Marauders. I'm going to bring these in again. I'm going to lose 1 worm. But what else do I lose? The Rootwalla is actually going to be able to trade pretty good. Another reason I'd want more land in this build. I think 21. I was thinking 20. I'm thinking 21 now. Because you have Faithless Looting and because you have Thrill of the Possibility, you're able to just discard these things. I think our Lightning Axe is going to do a lot of work here in the big fatty department. Don't really want to see this till much later, so I think I'm going to lose a Mandrills. We'll go like this. Double check all this. I don't want to play defensive here. If we're going to win, it's going to be really quick. So, yeah, it's between Georgia and California, right? You got the 2 extremes. One pretends there's nothing. The other one's just wanting to reinstate Nazi Germany on a microbe level. No Nimchimsky, this build beat me at the top of the show. I showed 2 lists, and we'll go over them again here. I was playing Brute Squad on Pauper Classic Tuesdays, and I was pleasantly surprised to get a nice little case of foot and mouth disease, where I was really, about 4 weeks ago, I was saying how I don't think these 2 really belong in a Madness build, even with a lot of burn. I just didn't, but it's proving me wrong, and I love it. We'll keep this. This is a good opener. I believe. Yeah, it's not the. This isn't the best hand, really. Let's lead off with the Rootwalla here. They got a slow roll. We'll at least be able to get some blockers out. Save our bolts for the Lords. Bolt the Lord! Last week you were asking about a nice Madness deck, and it's even Gruul. Yeah, I was, and I got sent a few, and then just by Kismet or something on Tuesday, I got beat by it. And I was like, well, you know what? That's the one I'll play. I'm sure it's within 95% of what's being played. Maybe it's a copy-paste from the list, but LordAkita, I think his name was, had a really great attitude and got along great. A little bit of an old-school player, and so we hit it off swimmingly. Let's rock this dude first. We'll bring out the turf. And so I just wanted to showcase a deck from a good sport. I'll do that and attack. Gotta remember, if I was of a order of the white cricket, order of the ebon hand, order of, I would be like the light right clickers or something. It doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? But I need to remember that. Order of the right click, gentle clickers. It's not very Gruul to put the word gentle in anything. All right, here comes a Lord. Here comes a Lord. Here comes a Lord. God, that's stuck in my mind. Dune. I listened to Dune on audiobook. That was a good time. All right, we've got some goods here. What are we going to do? We're going to do a whole lot of nothing. That's what we're going to do. We need to discard. Can we discard? No. But we can do some other things. Man, this is really kind of a stuck-in-the-mud hand, isn't it? I think we attack here, play that, and shoot. I'm not even going to mess around with a block here. We're going to play this. I'm going to shoot the Lord in vain. And then, I mean, we could play this and boost. That's probably the right play. Let's do that. We at least get some savageness out of it. Got to remember what clan we're in, right? I was really tempted to drop the wilds there and be able to even hard cast Fiery Temper next turn, but feeling pretty good. Gruul Turf might be able to come up to another one too. Very nice in this list, especially with Faithless Looting. Always a fan of at least 2 or 3 of those. Of all the Sliver Lords I don't like killing, the muscle's way up there. Richard Kane Ferguson, hell of an artist. Looks very, is it Rebecca Guay I'm thinking of? The Oromancer art, such, very similar styles. I'd almost think like the art director was like, hey, do that. All right, let us click slowly and carry a big stick. Man, we always need red in this list. Isn't this strange? Attack with my new right-click option that's so gentle. It's going to save me so much trouble in tourneys here. All right. Probably should have pumped one prior, and then I could have powered this dude out. But as it sits now, we're going to do a clunky play like this. Drop here. Go get a red. And play the Ape Man. It would have been really nice to use that mana. Oh well. Got them on their heels. Maybe our Thrill will bring up a Lightning Axe. That Fiery Temper might not be able to kill that Sliver in another few turns. Boy, this is like Schwarzenegger Slivers deck. 3-4. Then again, with just enough spot removal, we've got some goods here. Makes you wonder if just you should run Chain Lightning in this. Alright, well, we've got to thrill the possibility play. Imagine that. Thrill of that possibility. We got to get the damage in. Let's attack first. I'm going to kill these lords. A few other things might fall. Let's do this. We'll discard this. Now if we pump this Rootwalla, I think we'll be able to kill everything here. We'll kill this lord. Paying this, and we can't pump the Rootwalla. Drawing the cards. I thought we'd have one to pump that, but oh well. That'll go there. Shoot. Alright, well, we lose a lot of dudes. I'll drop here. Go like this. Set up some more pain. Mana's good. My Rootwalla math needs some work there. I thought we had one to float. We didn't. You know, that might be something Dune related. MTG universe might be able to like get some cross-platform promo up, like make a Dune expansion. Some desert plain. Already got the deserts. All right. What's in our yard here? We don't have really anything. Okay. Right. Let's suggest we've got this. I want to do that out of order without the emissary there. Ah! They're not falling for our shenanigans, folks. Dang it. Ah! That sucks. Only way through there. All right. Whole lot of nothing here. Boop, boop. Did that out of order in a specific bluff play, but they saw right through it. That's just where the spice comes from. That's right. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. What would the for those of you that have read Dune or know, what would the? I guess every color could have access to the spice. I would think it would be more of an Orzhov thing the way it was run on that planet. At least that guild would have it. Okay, this game's over. As we lose to Slivers, I'm not going to continue the bleeding, but we're going to visit our friend the Wiki Bear. I'm going to go get some refills, and we'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes, folks. See you then.
Hello, I'm Wiki Bear. What's your name?
Conan O'Brien.
Conan Christopher O'Brien, American talk show host who once made an uncredited cameo appearance in an episode of How I Met Your Mother?
Wow. Yeah, that's a kind of an unknown fact. I'm surprised you knew that.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Okay. All right, here's a question. What children's character has a cat named Custard and a horse named Honey Pie?
Checking now. The answer is Strawberry Shortcake, who actually started out as a greeting card illustration in 1977. Yay!
Wow. I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
You know what's even sweeter than Strawberry Shortcake? The Boston Molasses Disaster of 1919. When an exploding storage tank caused 2 million gallons of sweet, sticky molasses to flood the streets and kill more than 20 people and their horses. Giddy up!
Yes, I am aware that did happen. That was a terrible tragedy, but I don't think kids want to hear about that.
Many people tried to flee but became ensnared in the molasses and drowned.
Yeah,
glug, glug.
I don't think that's something kids want to hear about.
Imagine gasping for air only to have your lungs fill up with thick, sugary syrup. Yum, yum.
No, not yum, yum.
What a sweet, sweet death.
No. Okay, let's change the subject, Wiki Bear, okay, to something really nice and happy. Who wrote the famous children's book, Good Night Moon?
Margaret Wise Brown wrote Goodnight Moon in 1947. In this classic bedtime story, a little bunny says goodnight to everything he sees in his bedroom. Yay!
Okay, that is absolutely right. My kids love that book.
Conan, you know who didn't have a good night? The late R&B singer Johnny Ace, who back in 1954 accidentally shot himself in the face with his own gun. Kablammy!
Okay, I didn't know about that. No, I didn't.
One witness said Johnny was drunk and playing with his pistol. His last words were, "Gun's not loaded, see?" But the only thing Johnny's friends saw were his brains exiting his skull. I'm Wiki Bear.
Okay, no. I don't want to hear.
Right, we're back. Little fight. I thought you were the alchemist. All right, we want to keep this. Yeah, a little bit of a slow roll, but we'll see what happens. We're still learning the deck, as are many of you. Yeah. I thought I made you the thermal alchemist. That's how I started the whole thing. It was around your birthday when I made the Zodiac. Oh well, guess I got that wrong. Ooh, man, feeling so good. Little bit of job, little bit of health, little bit of everything. Feeling good, except for this COVID crap, but. All right. Yeah. So far, we want to probably use Ash Barrens. We probably want to mix in maybe a merchant or two in this. The other notes, keep them coming. Be nice if we drew a mountain here, but all right. I think the Gruul Turf at 2 is actually feeling pretty good. Let's go like this. Boop. Get this stack here. Where you put the stack really matters when you're trying to stream here with the madness triggers and such. Everything getting all over the place. All right. The Burning-Tree Emissary. Well, we're happy to see that. Unless this is like a bounce land here, I guess that'd be a bit of a tempo. Okay, that's cool. We'll probably try to do the same. There's the Raiders. Well, we're not really using the madness outlet as we should, but make them feel silly for using the Electrickery when they did, right? Give them some reason. Clicking very slowly here. Whoop. Here we are. It's going to be a slog, folks. I have no idea how this is going to do against Boros. I would assume it's going to probably crash burn. Let's not pretend that this list was like in first place or anything. I mean, I did finish in front of it even though I lost to it. Gotta get off quick. And that's the trick. Don't mean to rhyme there, but you know, you gotta, when you're designing this, it's like there's things that should go in it or that auto include, and then there's the thing like, well, what does the deck really need to prosper? And that's why I'm suggesting 1 or even 2 copies of Swirling Sandstorm in the side for options like, you know, when you just get outmatched, and especially against Tron, man, I tell you, they just never see that coming. I know it kills our board. Maybe there's a way around that too. Who knows? All right, let us click slowly. Now this is the scenario I hate. So they've got 3 other Hawks in hand. They're gonna block this, and if we pump it, there goes our turn. Yeah, we play this in a Raiders. Actually, let's play the double green here, remembering that just because this matches, we don't want to have a terminate on the mind, right? This way we'll have 2 red and a green to play with. Now I was thinking we could go like that, but I think against this list I want to just go with volume here, right? We could drop this and that. That'd be pretty cool. I'd really like to get the volume out here. I'm just going to go all in like this, this, and this. Yeah, we're not discarding it. Whatever. Let's trade. Let's keep them on their heels. That's a pretty intimidating board. What? Oh, they must have a prismatic. Well, had I known they weren't going to block, I might have done something differently. But even at this stage, I know I've been bagging on myself for my critique of the Rootwalla Kird Ape combo, but it's board states and scenarios like this where it's like, well, Rootwalla, it's a really good aggro creature. Is it? Because you have to pump it, and there goes your turn. So it's kind of good mid to late. And you might even argue that you could probably get away with maybe 3 or even 2 main because they're more of a surprise value card, and they're not really, they're just a 1/1 until then. So I wouldn't scoff at somebody just running 2 of them. Be interesting. It's that kind of thinking that maybe I'll do something with this list, right? All right, we have a pump. We've got that. This is what I don't like is, well, no, we can do that at instant speed. So let's do that. Let's attack. Good old lightning bolt, man. So hard to beat that card. Wham! Let's go. This is headed for this no matter what. Anybody in the chat? Got real. The feed went like, and then just stop. Let me know. I'm just alone in my room. There's an Chimsky, of course. Thank you, my friend. All right. So we're going to go all in here. We're going to zap this. I'm going to power this out. And who knows? Maybe this has game against Boros. I doubt it. Prismatic going to go a long way here. Call green, you only take 4. Call red, you only take 4. Oh, all right. Hey, look at that. We got out quick. No, felt pretty good. Boros. Sounds like a Russian name. Boros. We will say W there. All right. Now the excitement begins. I'm leaning towards that being like the main package here. I'm going to write that down, actually. I kind of want to update this list later. Arrogant Wurm. 2. 1 Mandrills. I think main deck, that's where I would start cutting cards right there for the 2 lands that we need. Alright, so we've got rid of those 2. I do want to have Electrickery against this build. If we time it right, it might be relevant. I think Lightning Axe can probably come out. And I'll bring in 2 Grudges. Let's see how this works. Gormenghast. No, I have not. I think there's it's called Game Over on Netflix. That's pretty good if you're like an old school NES gamer like I was back in the day. It goes through the whole history of it. Really, really good. Nice pace. A lot of times you feel, especially in the documentary world and editing and stuff, people stretching like 20 minutes of content to an hour and just to shove commercials in, and it's a lot of reality TV follows that formula. It drives me incredibly insane. So when something moves along and is just as long as it needs to be, it's very nice to see. And that I think it's called Game Over on Netflix. It just goes through kind of the history of from way back to the Pong days till now. Very, very worth a watch. Read it years ago, says Elmquist. Nice to hear you in the chat, my friend. Lurking. Thank you. I'm reading backwards. Apologies. I know Rosamond is the latest one. All right. Here we go. Hey, now this is the kind of land I'd love to see. Love, like I've got experience playing this, right? We learned last turn. Make sure you don't have to play red and green. I know it's kind of a human trait to do that, but we'll keep this. Play either or. Nice even mana source here. I don't like how I've mixed up full with partial. I like both these artworks, but not a fan of what I did there. It's my auto include. Like I said, I got so tired of people sending me lists, and I had to right click and do all these things. Another right click story, right? Of I needed to update all the lists with my lands and stuff that I gave my son like everything except the stuff I liked. And so when I update a list or import it, it just shoves these lands in there. Note to self, I've got to go get the other ones back. Well, maybe we can make them waste some removal on this play. At least we'll be able to threaten for 2 next turn. Kird Ape, I'm sorry. I think I was wrong about you, even more so than Basking Rootwalla. Some people watching this on YouTube later, they're like, what's that W word he keeps using? Wrong? Nobody uses that anymore or admits to it. Everybody's got to be up on their soapbox and be the first to be outraged or be the victim. Not here, I tell you. Woo! I'll be wrong every Tuesday if you want me to be. Let's do it. And away we go. Come on, BTE. Show me something good. I don't want to waste your efficiency. That'll get me that. That'll get me that. I feel like Reckless Charge might be good in this list. Scratch that. All right. Let's try to be efficient. We'll bring this out. I've got extra lands. This is why I want extra lands, because of this. So good here. All right. Let's play this now. Got any Rootwallas? We do. We'll discard this and this. Pretty easy call here. We'll go like that. It's kind of a lot of similarities to Brute Squad. Another one is that it gives the illusion that Electrickery is good against us. We can't do... Hold on, let me go real slow. We can't do anything with that extra mana, right? We cannot. Let's attack. Brute Squad does that too, where it's like really... You can't really even cast Flare... I mean, count Flare Husk because it just comes back in its little germ-focused way. And I'm not talking with Glinthawk. I'm just talking with just enchanting a creature. Not enchanting, equipping. Got to get it right. So really, the only thing you're taking out is the Ginger Brute. But you see that you remember a swarm, and so you're like, oh, I'm going to put in some Electrickeries. And it's like, well, and similar to this list. I mean, it's pretty rare that I'm not going to have a forest, so outside of that, all you're nabbing is a Basking Rootwalla. All right. And what do we have here? Squadronhawk play again? Way we will lose this game is Secret of the Way. So our lightning bolt has its name on it permanently. Boy, we like that play. What on earth? Why wouldn't you take out something else? Everything else is just trades here. That's strange. These are the kind of opponents you want because they think Rootwalla's always got the pump ability. And we do have a surplus for the very first game today of mana. For the most part, after about turn 4 or 5 is about the only time you want to be pumping the Rootwalla. After that, or before that, it costs you kind of a time walk mentality there. So, being flooded, I really like. You know, I'm enjoying being flooded here because we have looting in the board. And it's really a really good timing here. Probably went a little too aggro in a grunge. I didn't know if they were going to have a very heavy artifact land draw here, but Cincinnati MTG was doing a series of sorts as MTM tap against other creators. Did he contact you? Nope. We remain on the island of ignore them. I'm not saying they're doing that. It's just kind of the vibe I get. Cool. The best kept secret. That's how I roll. Booyah! Rock like this. Go like here. Okay. Our mana's right. Let's just keep some anger in our hand. We'll go like this. Here we go. But yeah, if you want, you know, probably means a lot more coming from all of you. Just send whoever it is a message at Sin City and be like, hey, contact so-and-so. And everybody knows pauperganda@gmail.com. We're all about sharing and caring and blah, blah, blah. We will do our best. Not sure what this is going to nab. This kind of feels like a time walk play, just getting a 2-2 out of it, but got to do what you got to do. Maybe they're a little hampered on mana. We'll see. I really wish we had a very loud fan to just kind of keep ringing that bell. I was very social media adept and stuff, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's me in a room with my love of Pauper and trying to share stuff with everybody, so can only go so far. Alright, well, we don't need red mana, so we're going to play green. I mean, we don't need green mana, so we're going to play this one. Hiya! Here we go. Boom! Might as well keep that on the down low. Smash! Boy, my computer's doing push-ups. The fan's going crazy. It's nice and cool in here. Maybe it senses it's in a new room, new cabling, new something. Who knows? What do we have? Another journey. Well, we could kill both of our things here. You said you wanted a loud fan. Well said. All right. Well, I guess we'll use our discard outlet while we've got it. There's no way they're not targeting this. I wish that said our non-white creature, right? That'd be kind of cool. We'll discard the temper here. Get them a little on their heels. Stuck at 3 mana. Let's not read too much into this victory if we do win. It's easy to do that. Run up against a mainstream deck with your new creation and they stumble and you're like, oh yeah, I beat it real easily. It's like, well, did you? Or did they beat themselves or did they lose? That's the better way to say it. I would say the majority of the time Brute Squad loses. It doesn't get beat. And that's why I experimented with adding an extra land, but in the end it didn't show when I needed it, and probably played 50 games with it with the extra land variation, but go back and forth. We'll see. A hard Sunday starting the way it did, like I talked at the top of the show, would do that to you. Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. Changes colors as you chew. That's right. I think that was our very first one. That was the first Genesis that entered this bald brain of mine. I guess all brains are bald, but me and my alliteration coming back to haunt you, I tell you. Yeah, what was it? It was Wild Mongrel Chewing Gum and I believe Gin and Tonic. Actually, I think Gin and Tonic Little Fight was the very, very first one. Your lovely wife Angel did such a great job reading that. That was so awesome. Oh man, it's so tempting to just be efficient with our mana, isn't it? Just, oh, if they had a dude, they would be playing it now, wouldn't they? We'll wait. I hate we'll wait, but we will. All right. I'm going to do this now because he can't trip it. And we will attack. And we'll keep our defense up. We don't need more than this mana, so we're going to hold that mountain and hope for a looting of the Faithless Persuasion. Ooh, bah. Hey, something I actually have never really asked the chat. Can everybody just chime in what your favorite commercial that we've done is? I'd be very curious. Please don't let others influence you. There's no right or wrong here, just a personal preference. It's something I've really never gauged. Depending on the playlist or when it's released, things like that, it's very hard to gauge like which ones come across better, short, long, whatever. I know the Fire Ice one was very, very long, but really relaxing too. I don't know if more of them will go that route. Who knows? But just chime in with your favorite. Now I can go back and watch them all, says MTMT. Yeah. I tell you, it's nothing to sneeze at. If you play that playlist, it's like 25 minutes of just pure MTG spoofs. And boop. All right. Here comes the Hawk. Boy, I've never seen Boros stumble on a mana this bad. They kept a 2-lander, and that was it. Crag into Garrison into Crag, and nothing else showed up. Let's see what they've got. Sure glad Wizards fixed a lot of their issues with the startup screen in the last update. One of the things that really upsets me, though, and I hope it's been fixed, I haven't played Tron since the Wednesday update. When Stonehorn Dignitary, it almost has its own storm count, or it used to, and recently it's gone away, and it really can cost you, because you're like, if it doesn't have the summoning sickness thing, and it's you can kind of pump things or go all in or make your Ginger Brood unblockable, and you're like, well, wait a minute. It's like, it's only so much you can really be responsible for keeping track of here, people. Flame Tongue Hot Sauce, says Nimchimsky. That one was crazy ridiculous. I think that's one of the best written ones. I think that and Pyresius is probably the best two written. Just there, I mean, every other word is a MTG joke. Might get a 2-for-1 here. What am I talking about? I ain't no 2-for-1. Let's go. Hoi! Faithless Looting showing up right on time. Let's go. Woo-wee! This is feeling good. Man. How do you say no to all this, love? Do we get rid of the Mongrel? You know they've got a lightning bolt here. God dang, this is a tough one. I guess we get rid of the lightning bolt. Who would have thought? One of the best cards in Magic, and I think the correct play here is to get rid of the lightning bolt. Stinkweed Plumbing, says Shiraz. I think that one felt one of the more unfinished. That one, and I know we were in such a hurry to get out episode 2. Okay, definitely the Mountain Goes. I think we get rid of the lightning bolt, guys. Crazy as that is, we've only got one creature. I'm going to go like this. And we're probably going to eat a bolt here, but I'm going to go for it. We'll say ours and his. Bam! Mongrel's vulnerable. All right, cool. Bit of a gamble there. But yeah, I know the Apocalyptic Clean, what was that? Nevinrol's Disc and Shine and Stinkweed, I think were two of my least favorites, just because we were in kind of a hurry, and I might be redoing those actually little simple. But, you know, that's kind of what makes some of them cool. And like I said, there's no right or wrong. Maybe somebody likes just the quick little, okay, I get it, and then we're off of it. Shrazmon's showing his old school roots as far as Pauperganda history goes. That was definitely whatever. It's probably just been burned into your brain, Shiraz. I mean, back in the day, remember, we had to run like the same 4 or 5 spots, commercials, bathroom breaks, whatever, kind of ad nauseum. So I always felt guilty about that. So I was always trying to like churn out more and more. And one of these days, it'll be like people almost won't see any repeats. That'd be pretty cool. Brindle Burgers, says Paladin19. Very nice. Yeah, my buddy Jason hit that one out of the park with the pig impersonation. He's so good at that grunt. Oh, the horror show one. Yeah, Nimchimsky. You know, I try not to overplay that one. I play it maybe one time out of season because in October I play it about every other show for obvious reasons, being that Halloween is my big month. Okay, here we go. That's feeling good. We've got a nice little surprise value in that. You know what? We can find the burn if we do the looting now. Let me do the looting now. We want to discard this and this. Play it. Down he goes. We'll keep this back. And attack. Boom. Man, it'd be so good to have a fiery temper here. It's such a well-named card for this deck. Just yeah. So all in with that. All right, well, we will keep this safe by doing this. I'm going to say white actually here, just in case he's got some sort of weird trick with prismatic and some discard thing I haven't thought of. That way we're guaranteed outside of a lightning bolt that our dude lives. Probably just because I'm newer to the channel, but Arkham's Astrolabe commercial. Oh, it was timely and cheesy in the heck that you find so much footage of Astrolabe construction. Yeah, that took some work. Cheated a bit. Found a bit of other stuff. So, yeah, good times. Well, we beat Boros 2-0. That's a trip. Let's just jump right in here and jump on to another one. Yeah. Arkham's Astrolabe Warehouse. That was such a ridiculous premise. Anyway, we'll go over to, while we're waiting for our next person here. This was the list, the only other list I lost to on Tuesday. And I really like this, the switcheroo mechanic. God, boy, I guess I'm just going to keep trying to show you guys that deck because it makes for a fast opponent show up. So, love this hand. We'll keep this. I like how this can be kind of a magnet for aggro removal too. I'll just bring it out right away. Booyah. But yeah, just that. There's so many Astrolabes because there was in the metagame. I wanted to make an Astrolabe warehouse, and it implied that there's many of them. They're all over the place. And as ridiculous as Pauper was for that time, that was pretty cool. 6 coffees deep? Me? I don't know about that. Hey, we don't mind this. All right, mono black land destruction. Haven't seen this in a while. It's been my experience. Most land destruction goes the other way as far as hurting themselves. Let's play the forest here so we can get in the extra damage. I was going to say it'd be kind of cool to Savage Swipe our own dude, but the way it's worded, obviously it would kill it, but it'd be kind of neat if that worked out. Okay, 6 beers deep. What's he got? Kombaji Witches. Now we're going to smash into that with some swiping action. Boom. Woo. Oh, man. Man, this BTE just showed up. That's a gorgeous top deck. All right. Yeah, you know, I'm liking the lower curve. Again, I was totally wrong. You'd think like Arrogant Wurm, and I don't want to see those yet. I want to keep this train going here, man. Good times, creature I control, creature I don't control, smash. And take that, because we're I'm not in a wasteful mood today. Let's just smash. See if he wants to blow up a land. I really want to get a mongrel out. I'm probably going to pick on the land that we need most. Just gotta live up to the name. Aggro representing. Here we go. What's he got? Ghastly Demise? Usually not in that list. Defile, of course. Whoop. Down goes the monkey. The ape. Sorry. Illuminati. Elitomati. Well done. All right. We'll do this, and then we'll do the worst thing against any land destruction deck. We'll play an untapped, or I mean an untriggered wilds. Oh, back on the commercial thing. Keep chiming in. Actually, I have to give... I love the flexibility of Little Fight's voice in a lot of those commercials, but I think one of his best reads was Prismatic Lenses. See the color of your choice. Just that perfect amount of whisper and intellect, and I thought he really nailed that read. It's so hard to beat Flame Tongue Kavo when you're talking Little Fight's voiceovers, though. I mean, that was so good. Oh, I loved it. We've harvested the hottest spices in all of Dominaria. We've delved deep into the forgotten caves of Keldon to bring you the hottest sauce of any plane. Introducing. Yep, I got them memorized. I wrote them, damn it. Thermal Alchemist, flame slashed and fire blasted, only the most searing ingredients to bring a flame to your tongue. Chat? Causes serious damage. Get tongued. This is a common theme here. All right. Let us see. We've gone... Oh, man. Wouldn't this be a nice little trickaroony, right? Not going to see too much on that. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the worms and keep the mandrills because we're probably going to have a lot of lands dying here. So I'm just going to keep one there. Serious damage. Yeah, I love that. It'd be so cool to see a shirt with that on it. Just that like weird vampire dude that footage had. That was good times. My kids still say that, the youngest one, whenever he puts sauce on anything, he just says, deal 4 damage to any meal. It's like, what a ridiculous phrase. That's why it's funny. All right, Marauders. Let's go. I'm liking those in here, man. We'll see what happens. MBCLD. Not gonna lie, a lot of those voices come from my drunken mind. Yes, I know. The more crazy it got, we had to catch them on a evening on the weekend. Ugh, this hand doesn't like us. We don't like it, so we're gonna say, get out of here, you fool. Cool. We'll keep this. Where are our creatures? Double swipe will kill. We saw witches. We don't have any threats here, guys. Do we throw this back? Man, I mean, obviously we get rid of the swipe here, but we've just got a whole lot of nothing. Oh yeah, Merit Lager. That's another good one. Man, I'll keep it. We're not playing that. Let's see what we're saying. Done. Peat Bog representing that they've got some nastiness headed our way. Be funny to just not do anything here and be like, here you go. We won't play a land. Have fun staring at your stuff. We want to keep that. Man, this hurts. We need to find other land. We're going to get rid of that. It's a nice little combo play, but I guess it does either way, and we're hurting for land anyway. I'm going to get rid of the temper. Yep. Yeah, I know. Nice synergy, blah, 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 but we're hurting for mana. We can worry about cute little combo plays later. Yep. I was really hoping to uncover extra land. Come on now. All right. Hey, I like that because we probably know they're sitting on another one. Here we go. Now here's a scenario. Here's a little check mark for wilds over Ash Barrens, but you're never going to see mono black land destruction. Don't say never. You're probably not going to see it unless you're in the loser's bracket of like a challenge or something. Maybe somebody will come up with that. It seems to have all the parts. I just we all know I love that. I love those absolute strategies like that. All right, come on, Mountain, let's go. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a creature that's pretty hard to kill. Man, I love the Mongrel. Brings me back. That's a damn good 2-drop. It's better than that. It better be in your deck. Hey, it should be legendary. You know, they should amend Wild Mongrel to be legendary. Now, which land do you pick on, right? Red gets me the draw. Green gets me, I don't know. You know what? Maybe with the even mana-based scenario here, maybe Winding Way is better than the Arrogant Wurm and one Mandrills play. Who knows? That's what I mean. It's there's a lot of toys that Gruul didn't have even a year ago. So, I like that. And Chimsky changed to become, discard this, it becomes legendary. What would that flavor text on that be? Like you would just kind of have to throw out a like somebody that causes rumors or something. That would be like the creature type, and everybody buys into it, and they're like, "Yeah, man, he's epic." And it's like, nope. All right, here we go. Cool. I like this a lot. Let's do this to this to this. Cast it face down. The Gathan Raiders, I'm feeling like I'm always liking seeing them, but I think they're perfect in the amount they are. Lightning Axe, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit too much waiting around with some of the choices here, and for me, I want to just kind of be the problem. Be the problem. I know there's a card called Pauperganda. Some blue enchantment, I think. Alrighty. Well, this is a pretty good card to draw right about now. Talk about your flexible mana base. If he picks on one color, we got the other one here. I guess we just kill the angler. Right? I think we just kill the angler here. We can't take too many blasts like this, so we're going to... actually, I could discard that and trade with it. 6 damage as opposed to continual 5. I'm gonna just focus on being aggro here and going like this. We'll still come over for 5. I think it's worth the... okay. Let me do this, and... I don't even think they can respond to this. It just happens. That's right. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe a Defile play there, but I'm like, that's right. Now we're doing 5 a turn with Edict backup. Here's the scenario, too, when you're playing a land destruction mono black deck like that, where you're just like, damn it. This is when you draw all your land destruction, but you're taking 7 a turn. It's like, well, careful. Careful, careful. New Terramorphic art? Is it brand new or is it like a few months old? Because I've seen a lot of Terramorphic arts out there. Notified, if you can send that to me on a Facebook private message just so I don't miss it, I'd appreciate that. Here we go. Our opponent's going to have to kind of blow up their own land if they've got anything. What do they got? Oh, probably another cast down, hoping that they get a little 2-for-1 action maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really liking Savage Swipe with the Gathan Raiders because, 2/2's a morph. Boom, smash, flip it over. It's a 7/7. That'd be a pretty sweet little combo play. I wonder how often that'll happen. Probably not. We'll see. I really want him to release Amy Weber's Ornithopter from Antiquities. Such a bummer. You got to play with art that's not that great. Cool. I don't mind this play. All right. Well, we've got this. We've got this. I've got to discard a card for that to work. Thank you Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. All right. We're up a game against MBC. What do we got? Is it the... Ooh, Defile showing up. All right. Still take... I should have Lightning Axed in response. I can't. Only to morph. I thought I could do that at any time, but it shows how often I've played with that card. Not very. That's all it could take down. Little fight. A 3/3 would only become a 1/1, so... It counts the swamps, not the lands. Alright. Let's kill this sucker. Smash on over. Almost anything I draw here, I'm going to discard to the Lightning Axe here. Hey. That feels pretty good. Discard a card. We'll do this to that. Discard this. We've got Edict Food. We hit for 5. This is feeling pretty deluxe. Sometimes you play a list and you can tell it hasn't been played. This one, you start critiquing it and you feel like, there's been some thought here. I will stand by the... that's so cool. Cast a green creature with no green mana out. I will stand by, though, that I do think the Arrogant Wurm and the Mandrills probably reduced by 1 on each of those. And I'm the Monarch, damn it. Take that. This is always what happens to me when I play mono black land destruction. I end up with as many or less lands than my opponent. It's like, wait a minute. Makes me wonder so many times if Pete Bog's even necessary or if you should play it, because it just seems like the universe just doesn't want that deck to work. Come on now. Gathan Raiders showing up. Bam! And it gets around Prismatic Strands. All right, guys. Well, we only got one more match. Because of that, I'm going to roll to another commercial as we check out what would happen if kids' drawings became magic cards. So see you in just a few.
If you're financially smart enough to play Pauper instead of other formats, your money may not be sure what to do with itself. At Augur Financial, we'll help it save for the future, combining careful study with our new ThoughtCast app. Augur Financial, learning from the tragic lessons of other formats.
Hey, Pauperganda fans, thank you so much for the continued support of the people to my right. Also, if you want to have your deck played, a 10-ticket donation on Magic the Gathering Online is probably the best way to do it, as well as sending us an email to pauperganda@gmail.com. Well, anyway, thank you so much again for the people over here, and we'll see you next time. A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's Coffee. The rarest beans, fire roasted. A one-drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's Coffee, the angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Ooh, bringing out the old commercials. Who remembers Dawnbringer's Coffee? A one-drop of perfection. Okay. So I'm not going to play this. Maybe next week. We'll see. But this is the other list that got me, and I've been wanting to go over it. So I'm not in a queue. We got one more game to play with Gruul, and I think we're 3-1, right? Yeah, we've only lost to Slivers. So let me write these down here. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway, so this was really cool, and I got fooled. I thought I was up against some sort of like mana screwed Dimir list, because it was like Island, Ponder, and then into Aqueduct. So I wrote down in my notes, I got them right here, Dimir, thinking, here comes an Angler, here comes Cast Down, here, you've been there. And then it was like, well, I guess this guy's just not drawing that stuff. And then I went for a Crucial Attack, and he Giga Drowsed everything. And I was like, what the hell is this thing? And it's in the winner's circle, so it must be all right. Strange, it's at 61. I'm not quite sure about that. Anyway, probably lose a Bloodrite Invoker with all these other things. But it runs the Seer, 4 Giga Drows. You could probably easily lose one of these or one of these to get it down to 60. I'm not quite sure, but hey, I haven't played it, so maybe it's perfect. So 4 Giga Drowse, 4 Ponder, 4 Preordain, and the 4 Impulse really get you to get it. And what are we getting? We're trying to set up the Wind Zendikon, Freed from the Reel, and the Dimir Aqueduct. It's ponderous. It only gains you 1 when a lot of other decks gain you 2 or 3, like Walls, but you're able to generate infinite mana. Go find this with all the searching that we're doing, and you're able to get around the Tron locks game 1. So if it works, which I think it did, you bring in game plan for some combo deck. And what does it do? Well, it takes away Bloodright, Freed from the Reel, and a few other things, probably Giga Drowse, and brings in all the ninjas, all the sprites, and all Delver. And then it just smashes, and you're like, wait a minute, where's the black removal, and where's this, and where's that? So it's that nice little switcheroo, and I was pleasantly surprised and happy. It's not very often that you lose, and especially I was win. I think it was win, and then it was lose to this, and I was like, all right, I could still make top 8, and then I lost to the Gruul deck we're playing today, and it was like, I think I wrote in the chat something of like, hey, I don't like to lose like anybody out there, but man, it was a pleasure to lose to these two back to back, because it was just cool innovation, and yeah, it was just very, very cool stuff. So anyway, that's the list you might see floating around and stuff. So, and it's neat. So if you see an Aqueduct out there, don't assume. It's good in this day and age, right? All right, here we go with the last round of this cool Gruul. Hey, that'd be a good name for it. Who knows? I guess it's just more accurate to call it Gruul Madness. Nice boring names for an exciting game. I don't get it. Everything would have pet names if I was in charge. All right, man, how much is... This is such an obvious 4 of in most every deck that runs green or red, and it's so obvious with hands like these. It's like, yeah, we'll keep this. We'll get our mana right. And Wild is kind of growing on me in scenarios like this, but I guess same scenario happens here with Forest into Ash Barrens. So who knows, maybe a 2-2 split? I think Ash Barrens is the right call. Makes for very psychological games. Dang it, it's another... Did we already lose? Was this the same guy? Does anybody keep track of those sorts of things? Man, I was thinking we were going to go 4-1 here, and it looks like there's no way we're going to if this goes anything like the second round. I just hope this, for the sake of the stream, it's not the same player. But maybe we'll see a glaring flaw, and maybe my Swirling Sandstorm tech will be validated here. We definitely have the way to fill up the graveyard. We're not shy about that. But before I forget, thank you for joining me here on Pauperganda for Twitch, and soon to be maybe a YouTube stream. We don't know. Different shrimps. Nice little lightning storm coming our way with this land here. Oh yeah, and a little thriving grove showing up. Not quite sure what all the fuss is about those. Got the Esper lands before it, and a little bit of new card smell, a little bit of... I mean, they're good. If you got a little third splash, maybe. And we go down to 19. I built a standard deck with a transformational sideboard, says Paladin 19, a few years ago. Started as a control deck and switched to aggro. Yeah, always liked those. Takes a lot of pressure off you, too, and you just know, like, well, I don't really have much hate cards. I'm just going to try to... Trick will be my hate. So we've got some Lord food in the form of Bolt Temper. Feeling pretty good about that. Woo, all right. Well, now, what do we want again? Lands. We really want lands. Get too many of them, we cycle them away. So now the question is, BTE. I guess we just build up the board state here. Yeah, my BTE. Boom, boom. Obviously, the Kird Ape's a nice call here, but yeah, we'll save these for the Lord. Save them for the Lord. Play this. Play this. Here we go. Instant Army. Feeling good. Compulsion. The blue enchantment. I know I was talking about that a little bit earlier. That'd be easy to downshift to a Pauper legal. There's the Lord. Kill the Lord. Kill the Lord. Man, flanking. Whew, I'm very glad not many other cards have that. That is so vicious in Slivers. Compulsion. Yeah, I really like that, and the little melancholy face the lady had. Or whatever it was, who knows what was behind the visage. Tell you, one of the other good things that goes hand in hand is being busy and not eating all the time. That's helping with my quest quite a bit too. Eating very well, but I blink and it's like afternoon and I'm like, God dang it, I gotta remember to eat sometimes. And apologies to Don Campbell, one of our supporters. I haven't updated the card. I'm going to do that. I got it in my notes to do it next. So you coffee supporters out there, I always try to not have more than maybe 1 week go by with the promo running without your name on there, even if you're just a one-time supporter. I appreciate it horrifically. How's that? Especially when I was without a job. Now I have a job for about 5 weeks, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Hey guys, here's a question. What do we need? We need lands. Now the problem here is if we loot into a forest outside of Pumping Rootwalla, we don't really have much. And I'm kind of tempted to kill a lord. I think we attack here first. That way we can make the lord math work a little bit better. Let's do this. Come on over. Just gonna take it all. Man, we need land. We really need it. Worst version, but at the moment, Pauper legal. Oh, mental discipline, yeah. Oh man, God, I was hoping for a block there. Alright. Well, you're not doing anything. Again, it's what I know. It's so good in this deck for some obvious reasons and for edict food. But if edicts weren't a thing, I would really consider losing the Rootwalla. Alright, do we just have to kill the Lord here? I think we do. I'm gonna play this. Sit on a blocker. I mean, we can't really block because of the flanking, but at least here I've got an option in Lightning Bolt. We're keeping up with the life race. If another Lord drops, I've got a bolt in response. They could have Prismatic. That'd be frustrating. All right. Down goes the Lord. It's a satanic channel, I tell you. Watch, I get blocked because of that. Oops, why am I conceding the game? Showcasing what I'm feeling, is that... And again, if we had Swirling Sandstorm, we would want to get to 4 mana. There's no way to really cheat that. We just got to get there. Not hurting that bad here. I'm going to block. Heal through this turn. Let's see where we go. Slivers. Hate when we play the same deck twice, but at least it's not teachings, right? Would have been neat to see how this does against Tron. I know talking to LordAkita that was a problem. That's why I brought up Sandstorm, and it was like, oh, interesting. Never thought of that. All right. Man, oh man. See, I need extra land here. I need a mountain there. Now, look at this scenario. Ash Barrens, great here, right? We cycle it with the forest. Now we have 2 mountains. We loot, we temper, we smash. So I think Ash Barrens definitely gets the nod, especially when we're using red to promote or to accelerate the list, and we also need it to pay off. Whereas now we do it sorcery speed. Can't really do anything with this, so maybe right click is too easy now. Noted. So we can still survive next turn. But we have to attack, don't we? I think we do. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's got a Lord. He's got us. Let's attack. And I think I'm going to just pump up the Rootwalla. I think that'll be the first time all 5 games. Will it? I think we did it like in the first round maybe once. Yeah, I like everything here. Just going after extra damage here. If he's got a Lord, we're dead. 2, 4, 6, 8. We're gonna or another, virulent sliver. I'm just gonna do this now. Very frustrating not having that extra mountain. Ash Barrens would have done it. Here we go. Drum roll. Are we going? Is this game 1? I think it is. Yep. Unless I'm taking very bad notes. Yeah, his compulsion was to right click, and he showed that he had mental discipline and tried to go on the nice Nimchimsky, bringing out all the stops. Let's see, we got rid of this. Oh man. So that'll be 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, we're dead to poison. There it is. They drew the sliver. And now we're going to quiver. Come on, hold back. Nope, they see it. Double poison. Double poison. It's like a really bad 80s hairband. Wham! Check that out. You like stacks? We got you stacks. Stacks and attacks. Bam, bam, bam. Poisoned to death. We survived, but we died of a sickness. It's another L against slivers. Boy, other than a close one in round 1, we've won everything win-win except for the slivers matchups. And it just seemed to have a bunch of L's everywhere. Marauders in. Surprise element out. I really feel that's the way to go there. I think that's it. Might even kind of tempted to try Savage Swipe at the 4, but I think 3 is right. And if you lost this, so if you lost a Worm and the Mandrills and you lost both Lightning Axes, and open up 4 spots, and I really feel you might be able to go all in with that Thrill the Possibility or a Winding Way and just really promote that acceleration. I mean, you want 2 of those spots to be for land. I do think 21 is perfect. 4 Ash Barrens, maybe 1 more Turf, and believe it or not, 1 more Mountain. Love, love, love being wrong. I thought this last week felt like a slog. I'm not gonna lie. Brian DeMars' deck really crashed and burned hard, and we gave it a fair shake. And it felt like we were just trying to get to the end of I think everybody out of the gates was like, "Ooh, this list needs a lot of work." This one, however, is really making me want to play it even more. So, which is cool. I need a little refrain from a Brute Squad, and I think I'll try maybe my last challenge in a while. I'm getting a little that takes up a lot of your day on Sundays, so I think I'll give Brute Squad maybe 1 more go on Sunday, and then I'll just keep it to leagues. So it's a cash cow right now. Interesting, Shiraz. Like, I haven't really had too big of a problem with Fiery Temper, but it does seem like it can get a little clogged there. It's one thing to pay double for a lightning bolt, but triple if it doesn't work out. I know what you mean. Say yes. I love my new mouse. Oh, 3 lands feels so good in this list. All right, we really like this hand. We'll keep this. But again, you think like, oh, this feeds Delve. Well, so does Ash Barrens. And turns 2 and on. We've got some extra plays there. If you're a kid watching, first time player, don't do what I'm doing. Do as I say, meaning trip the wilds at the end of your opponent's turn. But when you're hosting and talking and being a chatterbox and rolling the commercials and blah, 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 you just trying to avoid doing mini punts. Yeah, I like the new one better too, Nimchimsky. I just didn't get around to it. Like I said, this is pretty much a copy-paste, and I'll play that and see how it goes. The Orcish Hellraiser. I forgot about him. That's right. Hey, Evangelion01. Is this the Kird Ape version? It is. It is. What's your MTGO handle? Everybody has like 8 different ways of saying stuff. So, yeah, like I've been saying all chat, I was very, very wrong, and I'm very happy I was wrong. This is there tends to be just enough removal, especially with the Savage Swipe combination, to take things like the Basking Rootwalla and Kird Ape to the dome more often than I thought was going to happen. Yeah, I guess you could argue that Paladin 19. That's just a good habit to get into if you're going to get into habits. All right, we've got the Fiery Temper Math on board. Down comes the Lord. Gruul time. I should have done an MC Hammer ripoff. Stop. Gruul time. Discard. Stop. All right. Always wanting mountains in this build. Rocking now. Come on, come on, come on. How good would a Savage Swipe be here if we drew it right? Bam. Well, we'll just attack. I've got all the options we want. Here comes the mongrel. Guess we'll wait till their turn to see if we need to kill that Lord or another one. Who knows? Obviously the one that can attack would be a good call. Boy, please block. That'd be awesome. Always give your opponent the option of making a mistake, which is what we're illustrating here. If they block, we just lose a forest or something and smash a Rooney. Or Fire Temper to the dome and go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still a bit away from that. Double click on my land just to make sure that I'm not missing something, and here we go. As always, we know you have many choices when you watch us stream, but thank you for joining us here at Pauperganda. It's your choice for Saturday entertainment, or later on YouTube, who knows. And if you know somebody at Wizards, go bug them. Even though I've got a job for 5 weeks, I still want the Wizards job, damn it. Ha! Alright, down comes the Gemhide Sliver. What do we got? What do we got? The Lightning Plains. Okay. And what else? Ooh, another Lord. Well, I like the art of that one better. So we'll kill this Lord with the Bolt. We might be able to win a game against Slivers, unless they might be gearing up. Let's do this now. Bam. Get that out of Lord range. I'd like to do a little combat trick there. I don't think they're going to fall for it, and then I don't want to clog our red mana access either. So roll like that. Let me do this. We're going to attack here. Got some mandrills in our future. It'll be nice to see that come to fruition, right? Please block. Either way, we're going to do some fun things. Discard this. Play this. Kill the Lord. What's they've got 9 more in their hand? Who knows? Play 1 red. There we go. Bam. We will call blue. Who doesn't like seeing a blue mongrel? Changes colors while you chew. Discard your old brand for something new. I want to get rid of a Lord right now and promote aggro damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Well, I guess we could loot into that, right? Let's try that. Maybe we'll draw 2 lands. Ooh. All right. Never mind. Ah, that sucks. That's a nice surprise block, so I'll get rid of this and this. We'll cast the Mandrills here. Big time pain coming your way. Mandrill's good at this stage. Liking it. We are not the aggro in this matchup. I definitely want to get rid of Lords any opportunity I can. Who knows? With Thriving Grove, I'm not quite sure if they have any sort of tricks to keep Lords alive. Even Vines of Vastwood or Apostle's Blessing, not out of the question. People don't usually play them, but I'd consider them when you figure it into how awesome Lords are when it comes to slivers working, which it seems to be doing against us. Stampede out. Heart Sliver. Everything's got haste. Okay. Have fun running into our 4/4, baby. Woo! Ooh. Tideswall Gemhide Sliver. Here comes the Predatory. We know one of the cards. And away we go. Ooh, we've got that as a surprise. Probably worth killing a Lord there. Keep this back. Damn good blocker. Kird Ape. Apologies again. I know I've apologized to the Kird Ape about every round so far. Still feels needed. Just want to pet its head. I'm sorry, Kird Ape. So we've got extra damage here, but I'd rather use this as removal. So I'll just come on in here. Kurt Very Ape. Kurt Ape. Nimchimsky's feeling it. I'll put some of your ideas on paper as you're rolling a day, my friend. All right. Looks like we've got some removal in our hand. We've got double removal if we play this right. We can block with Kird Ape and take down a Lord with an Arrogant Wurm off of the Wild Mongrel. Gravy Gorilla. Could call this deck Gruul Mad Apes with 6 apes in the deck. There are apes, huh? Well, there's soon to be 5 if I have my way. I don't think I'm going to be taking this to a league anytime soon. I don't fully endorse it, but it's getting there. It's getting really close. Gorilla Shaman main deck? Yeah, if you want to make the ape moniker go all out, right? One of my least favorite black-bordered lands. I've never liked that mountain very much. Dismiss that. Too centered. Everything I don't like about a lot of the artwork. It's not bad when you focus on it, just the culmination of everything. Yeah. We'll see. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, the blade back showing up. All right. Come on over, sucker. I got some surprises for you. This is why I didn't want to attack into Madness either. Because of this. Whambo. But it's worth it for this. All right. Let's... we'll show them they were right. Hopefully we drop right into some... man, if this could target creatures, that would be vicious. Here comes some love. There's no prismatic strands in the graveyard. Simian Spirit Guide. That's true. Oh yeah, that's an ape too, isn't it? Everybody's pulling out all the stops. Cast it. Boom, boom, boom. The Hasted Worm with Trample. Woo! I just like to see this. Boop. Ferocious Tigorilla. Well, at this stage, I think it's better to loot away our BTE and hope that we find some sort of burn in our future, right? Since it's a sorcery, we got to do it now. We can always keep it if we draw 2 lands, but... Well, what do we come over with? I think the answer is everything. Feigning that we have some sort of removal. Almost every time we don't. It's frustrating. Lava Dart might be a neat sideboard option over the Kris Mage, but I can see that living. I don't like cutesy mechanics. We saw that last week with the Guild Mage. And it's like, yep, fits the theme, low cost, everything, but man, you try to hang your hat on any creature living these days, and you either go with the swarm, or you hexproof it, or you do something, because using it as kind of a linchpin for a deck, not always the strongest idea. That's right, block with your Lord. Fall for our trap. The trap that doesn't exist. Oh man, I wish I could make them pay for this move. Ugh. I guess if the Lord's going to die, they could argue that's how that rolls anyway. Ugh. This is getting ugly. Okay, so he's going to take 4, and we're going to lose a whole lot of creatures here. It's like they see our hand or something. If we could zap that, this would just be a absolute wipeout, especially if this was a fiery temper. But it isn't. And so we're kind of screwed. But I'm trying to stay on theme with Gruul. It's all about smashing face. Booyah. All right. Is he going to remember the end of turn? Let's see. Nope. Hey, he could have hit us for about 3 there with the blade back sliver. Easy mistake. Probably the number one thing when you teach somebody magic and you show them like a Tim mechanic, well, end of turn, kill, kill, kill. Speak of cute cards, that one always deserves mention though, because it's protected from the number 1 removal in the format, as is Obsidian Alkalite. But shrivel effects and things still kill it in the Alkalite. And I don't know if there's any red cards that can kill the Acolyte. I'm sure there are things that do like wither damage and don't target. I'm sure there's something out there like that. But well, our red dude's just dead here. He's got access to white mana. They are hellbent. So we will block with this because it's stupid not to. Everything's going to block it. I'm going to just block here and save 4 life. Have fun with your protection from red spell. Yeah, Ghost Fire. It's a good call. Now we can't really burn away anything here, but I could kill a Lord. No, we couldn't because the Acolyte's on board. I'm still going to do this though. Loot. Odds are we don't have to throw away BTE. We probably will though. Really like having access to that. I'll get rid of these. Ooh, if they... I think we sit back here. If they don't draw a Lord here, we can only take 4. That's, as opposed to a double block there. They take out as a sliver they don't need, and yeah, pretty easy play there. Pirate Spellbomb, another good one, yeah. Oh darn, they're remembering the EOT tricks. Don't like that play. Hold that in hand and make me wonder. But they've got 3 activations with Alkalite here, so red has got to go to the head. And I think we're going to have straight losses against slivers, and that's it. So if you like this build, you better come up with a way to beat slivers. It's a very strange metagame that way. Ooh, wow, we really like this play. Able to get around a lot of stuff with just the sheer aggro nature and being able to be like Brute Squad where you just the person's just backpedaling. But you mix in favorite of blocks with slivers and the Lord mechanics sneaking up and adding pseudo value to everything. It can get pretty nasty pretty quick. Well, we're just dead here. They're going to just EOT us 5 a turn, right? I can at least feign. I think we play the Mongrel here as opposed to the looting. Next turn we kind of go all out because then we'll have a discard outlet for a double fiery temper draw. And this way I'll be a little less likely to just have an onslaught attack damage here. We're not showing our hand, so to speak, so makes me tempted to attack here, but we take 5. Oh, I love the new mouse. Bing, bing, bing. I saw the 6th creature and an Acolyte, and I thought, oh, I'm dead, but I'm not. They're hellbent too, so this is... We're probably dead, but ping, ping, ping. We'd still take the damage, and then we're dead to an attack regardless. I can at least lean this way, Shiraz, that there might be a little on the defensive play, which wouldn't be against them. I mean, we're playing a very aggro deck. Might be worth, too, looking into a... what is the forest and mountain cycling option? Isn't there one that has both? I think it's Village Ranit or something. Something Ranit. I think it has... I don't know if it has haste, but it gets both. That's pretty cool. What are we going to see here, Winding Way? Prismatic Strands in the yard. Okay, there goes the game. They've got a white creature, 2 white creatures, so... Valley Ranit. That's it. Beast 6/3, and it doesn't even have evasion. What a bummer. Thought it had haste or something that could at least feign like it has some winning option there. And so we lose, not even to attacking, whereas a Moment's Peace here wouldn't do anything against this list. But Blade Back. It's right there. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying it. Sliver doing some work here. So apparently that's a big thorn in the side of the Gruul strategy is slivers. It's a good one to have. I mean, you're not going to see it very often. Again, if anyone would like to join the Pauperganda clan on MTGO, says Little Fight, put up your MTGO handle and I'll send you out an invite. He's on there right now. Tough to catch him. He's a working man. Weekends are good. And we go down. All right. Well, we'll just let him go through these options in case somebody's new to the mechanic of the super ping. So yeah, we lost to slivers. We beat everything else. And I think this list has some wiggle room, definitely. Definitely want to lose 1 Mandrill. And probably... Did I say 2 worms? How many are we running? Yeah. I think 2 worms is the maximum you want in this build to really run just what it's trying to do. I know if you have 5 or 6 mana out, yeah, you want to draw the worm, of course, but do you really want it in that opening hand? And then do you want it in your second draw? Do you want it around the 4th or 5th turn? Maybe. There's a lot of stuff to do in the meantime. All right. Well, good job to slivers today. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the list. I'll go over it here real quick before we say adios for the day. But it's so far, yeah, LordAkita was the name that bested me in the challenge, and really, really digging it. So I would definitely go boop right away from here and add 2 lands. Probably a mountain, a turf, and switch these all to Ash Barrens. That's the very first thing I would do out of the gates here. I'm not quite sure. I think the Acid-Moss could probably go for like a Swirling Sandstorm, just backup plan. I've already been over the defense of that. Everybody's 3 weeks from now on YouTube. Did you know that's going to kill all your stuff? Well, yeah, if you play it that way. If you're, it gives you a nice out though, and really destroys Tron and lets you rebuild. And hey, here's an idea: you can plan for it. You can act like you're screwed and just holding a bunch of lands or whatever, and then they kind of overextend, boom, and then you splat out your board with BTE and Rootwallas and everything else. So anyway, everybody, head up Little Fight on MTGO in the next few hours if you're watching this live, and join our clan if you want to be a tribal person and such. But otherwise, we'll see you same time, same place next week on Pauperganda. Adios, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Attention Pauperganda Knights, show your love of all things Pauper with our ultra deluxe playmats. And true to our Pauper roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me, and that's it.
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.